Hurricane Irma making landfall in Florida.
Hurricane Irma is making a slow and terrifying, treacherous march up the west coast of Florida.
Monster storm's death toll climbing. Fatalities now reported in Florida.
Few things have the power to shake us right down to our foundation like a natural disaster. In an instant, lives and livelihoods can be changed forever. But in the aftermath, there's opportunity, a calling. The images of those in pain, suffering, and in need stirs the human spirit within us to act.
Okay, so we'll pull the AC out first and then the generator?
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. Don't dump it now.
There you go. Going back. Okay, here we go. This way. Jimmie Johnson spent his 42nd birthday racing 400 miles around the racetrack in Chicagoland. But just 12 hours later, instead of a big celebration, he was on the ground in Naples, Florida to help a family rebuild their home after Hurricane Irma ripped through their community.
Music, baby, music. All right.
Hundreds of people in this neighborhood were left to sift through the rubble of the aftermath and try to piece together their homes in the sweltering heat. Lazaro Blanco and his 97-year-old mother Vitalia were left with no insurance and no air conditioning. He spent tireless hours to look after her and others in his community just to ensure they'd survive. In the aftermath of this storm, it certainly seems like the community has really come together.
You know people you never know before.
Make new friends quick, don't you?
Everybody was helping one another, you know, and for me it was surprise excellent, you know, when there's something happened like that.
What should people helping people teach us?
When you do something good, it's going to be bad to you.
Pay it forward.
That's right. You know, but I never do nothing to get paid. If I'm going to help you, I helping you because I want to help you. I don't expect nothing from you.
Yes.
But believe it or not, one way or the other coming to you.
Well, we're here to help. We would love to help. Mind if we get started and help with some tree removal? And
Oh, yeah, I already started this morning.
we even have an air conditioner. We'd like to get some
It's
cold air
okay.
pushing in there. Hi, Jimmie Johnson. Nice to meet you.
Hi, ma'am. Marty Smith. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're very welcome.
I love you.
I love you too. We're going to get you cool.
Ay, thank you, Dios.
It says it's 90 degrees in here. There it is.
Nice.
Mind if I stand here for a while? We have your air conditioner going, the cold air.
What did this experience coming down here to Florida help out teach you?
I guess every experience I have, it just, just reminds me of why I've started a foundation, why I give back, why I wanted to come today. And it's been so important to me. I wanted my daughter to come see this and be a part of it as well and get that in her mind.
What kind of perspective does this offer?
Huge perspective in multiple ways. It has to start somewhere, and the people that are able and willing to help, it starts there. And then to have the perspective on how many people that want to help, and then when you flip and look at the perspective of this family on the receiving end and the difference we're making for them, it's incredible.
Tad Agolia and his first response team have dedicated their lives to help those in need. They're usually the first in, and more importantly, the last to leave when disaster strikes, going door to door to see where they can lend a hand. Tad, when everybody's gone, you guys show up. Tell us a little bit about what you do and why it's important.
Well, it's exactly like you said. When the news media leaves, the community is still here. People are still in need of help. There's trees down everywhere, and a lot of families don't have the resources to do this type of work themselves. After these huge storms take place, there's needs that exist for weeks and months after the media is gone. And that's why we're here. That's why we're still here, day after day, in the heat, doing whatever needs to be done to help one family at a time.
When do you get used to this? When does your perspective become this?
To be honest with you, Marty, I hope I never get used to this, because I think it's important that every time we respond to these types of disasters, that we're moved. When I showed up here this morning at this home and told this 97-year-old woman that Jimmy and his team would be coming to install an air conditioning and a generator, the son cried because he said, Every half an hour I have to go into my mother's room just to make sure she's still alive from this heat.
Disaster can separate us from the things we love for a time, but it can also unite us and remind us what's truly important in this life: each other.
If our hearts are moved with compassion, that's what's going to give us the strength to keep going, storm after storm, to help these people. And, you know, that's really what this is all about. Seeing a need, responding, and helping. That's what makes us human beings. That's what makes America great.